Good evening everyone and welcome to the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. I am your host with the most, Malc. Tonight we're at the glorious race of the Singapore track, the Marina Bay. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be an absolutely belter of a race here tonight because we've had a classic last night, but we're also going to have a classic one as well at the Singapore track. It's one of the longest, even though 31 laps of the track is more long, but to be fair, it is felt like it's really long because it's like 1 minute, like over 1 minute 40s, I think, at that point. So the guys are going to try and get themselves prepped up and ready to go. Now, I will get through some of the standings in a moment or two, but I will talk about whoever's coming out first as the qualifying lap. So, Nice Niels is going to do the qualifying lap, and then Sab will be the next one in case Nice Niels makes a mistake during the qualifying lap. Now, like I said, in Singapore track, it's 31 laps of this famous track. It's the Marina Bay circuit with a 3.152 miles with a 5.073 kilometres. And like I said, there's about 23 turns at the track here. So Nice Niels just try to warm the tyre wear up as well. Now with the tyre wear, I would try and avoid the softs. The reason being is I've had a quick look at the tyre wear roughly after from the 100% races into the 50%. So a brand new set of soft tyres should last up to about 9 to 10 laps. Should last about 9 to 10 laps. The medium should last about 17 to 18 laps, roughly, depending on the tyre wear obviously, but that's just the optimum that they need to go at. And also with the hard tyres they should go up to like 29 laps anyway, so either way, it should be a classic on this. But with Nice Niels try and do his qualifying lap in a moment or two. We're coming up to, which I believe is the third sector. Yes, it is. It is coming up to the third sector. Sab, it's just at the back of him. So probably, yeah, I was just going to say, just try and give him a little bit of breathing space so he can do his qualifying lap. So for his sake as well. And we're going to do Nice Niels now. We're going to yellow flags straight, which I believe was from Sab there. Good evening to everyone that's joined the session. So here's the qualifying lap now. Oh! Okay, maybe not from Nice Niels. So Sab's going to do his lap in now with the qualifying lap. Coming up to, which is the first corner now. He can't be lost by that first corner and it cannot be won, the race, by that first corner. Coming up to the third corner now. Coming up to passing fourth corner now. Then into the fifth corner now. Coming up to the first DRS straight now. Sab on his roll here on the hard tyres now, on the first DRS straight now. Passing turn 6 now. Then coming up to the end of the first sector now. He's done a 27.4. A 27.4. That's still good time to be fair, as long as he doesn't get any issues with the tracks itself. Passing turn 8 now, and then coming to, which is turn 9. We've got yellow flag set to 3. Yellow flag set to 3. Passing there. Coming up to down the straight here. Coming to, which is turn 10, which is the old chicane. Back in the old place of the Marina Bay circuit here, and this was like a different part of the circuit part here, which we're going through now, passing 11 and 12, and then coming to, which is the unlucky corner, which is 13, and then the long straight now, coming up to the end of the second sector now is the 105.6, so 105.6, that's still a good time to be fair, passing turn 14 now, and then coming to, which is turn 15 and 16 now. Then, which is turn 17 now, down here, then coming up to, which is turn 18, which is under the grandstands here, and then coming up to turn 19 now, and then coming to, which is turn 20 now, and then 21 here, and then coming to this is the part which I love the most, you just feel like a drift. Oh, Sab's teasing us! Sab's teasing us, he's absolutely teasing us! Madness! Is anyone near the end? Is anyone near the end? One of the Red Bulls, Luke Bailey, coming to 22, 23, and the time to beat is a 140.1. A 140.1. That's still a good time. Oh! Fresh stands on the fast lap of the race with a 1:39.4. A 1:39.4 on the hard tyres. That's still a cracker of a time here. Oh, Stevens, second place in the Drivers' Championship with a 1 minute 41.6. A 1 minute 41.6. Benjamin Clive's to a 140.5. A 140.5. Oh! Synchronously has done the fastest lap of the race with a 1:38.8. Brilliant, but only on the medium tyres. On the medium tyres. Based on Fresh stands time. Fresh stands time of 1:39, so that's low 39s. Synchronicity's done a 138, high 138, so he needs to try and speed up. Try at least 138.4 if he wants to try and match a second. It's normally a second gap between the hards and the mediums, as well as a 2-second gap between the softs and the hards anyway. So that's what I'm trying to see, what's going to happen next here. So Spud moves up to third. Luke Bailey in fourth. Nigel Gash on his greatest podium ever last week at the Bahrain Grand Prix. He could have won the race as well, which I was gutted for him, to be fair, because it would have been his greatest ever win at the F3 League. Peter McLeod in 6th place now. O'Steven in 7th now. Is anyone trying to do their lap-ins now? Nice Niels, who he must have made a mistake at the start of the of his qualifying lap, at the start of the qualifying, but now he's lost a bit of his ERS, so he's coming up to the final few corners now. Can he try and drift? He needs to get into the 37s. He's still a 39.1. A 39.1. To be fair though, compared to Ferocious Dan's time, I've done a 38.9. A 38.9. That's a cracker of a time there from Ferocious Dan. A 138.9. That Nice Niels needs to improve a hell of a lot if he wants to try doing on the softs. But I would avoid it as much as possible here. I would avoid it as much as possible. Brennon's is not doing his lap. Agent Steele BL 66. Can he try and improve his lap here on the Toro Rosso? He's on the hard tyres at the minute. And coming up to, he's got a little bit wide there. Hoping that hasn't compromised too much. Coming up to, which is turn 18, I believe. Yes, coming through the grandstands part. Turn 19 now, coming to turn 20 now. Is he still going? Is he still going? Yes, he's still going. He's still going on that qualifying lap there. He's still going. He's in 13th of the minute. No time left on there. But can he try and move? He moves up to 9th, but 141.4. Not quick enough to compare to Ferocious Dan's time. So he needs to try and improve as quickly as possible. Nigel Gash is on his lap in at the minute. So just interested to see if he can try and improve his time. He's at 140.2. So he's a 10th quicker. So I'm just going to still watch Nigel Gash's time at the minute. So majority of the drivers have gone for the hard tyres, which is the safest bet of them all. If they do 3 laps, of it, we've got yellow flags sectors 1 and 3 at the minute. Still yellow flags sector 1 now. So Nigel Gash is going to try and do everything he can into the second sector now. Through the tricky second sector part here, coming to which is turn 13, the unluckiest corner there. Then coming to the long straight here. I believe that could be a DRS zone coming up future, which could happen anyway. A 105.6. So at the moment here, he might have 2/10 quicker. So he could hit the 139s. He could hit the 139s. But look at his ERS mode here at the minute. He hasn't got much percentage at the moment to try and finish off the lap here. But he might try and do it if he could break like long breaks here as much as possible. But Nigel Gash try and do everything he can. Coming into the final few corners now, passing turn 22, 21, then coming to which is 22, and now 23 now, and he can try 139, 139.5, a 139.5. That's a cracker of a time there from Nigel Gash there. So he moves up to 5th. Synchronicity is still holding on with a 138.8. Bear in mind though, he needs to get into the 37s compared to what Ferocious Dan's doing. I will not be surprised if the softs can hit the 36, but I would avoid the softs, as I said at the start of the stream, as much as possible. Nice Niels is not going to improve. Is anyone going to try and improve quickly here? Mike, he moves up to 6. The civilian legend, a 139.8, a 139.8. Sab, he's done a 27.3 on sector 2, or sector 1 time. I think it's 27.2 on sector 1. Can he try and improve on the hard tyres here? He got a little bit wide there, so 136.3, 106.3. Oh, he's got a little bit wide there. Yeah, he's dropped down. He's not happy with that lap. So Craig, the original Flying Scotsman here in sectors 1 and 2. I've got a yellow flag here. He's still in sector 1 at the moment here with the first DRS straight. Can he try and improve his time? A 27.3. Sab's retired. Sab has retired from the session. What has happened to Sab? I saw him go off I'm guessing he would have made a mistake there on one of the corners there, because he was, I believe he was passing sector 2 into the third sector, so something must have happened there. He must have lost the car at some point there, but still watching Craig's point of view here. Passing into turn 13 now, the unluckiest corner, going down the straights now. Trying to do everything possible here. Good evening to everyone that's joined the session. 7 minutes 40 left. 7 minutes 40 left. 105.8. A 105.8 from Craig, the original Florida Scotsman. Can he try and do everything possible here? The last 2 races he has done, he has started off at the back of the grid. But every time I was watching him, it was like he was teasing us. He was absolutely teasing us. Madness. Absolute madness. What can Craig do? Can he try and improve his lap here? Looks like he's getting quicker by the core here. Oh, 139! 139.9. A 139, sorry, 139.8. Apologies for that. 139.8. A 139.8 from the hard tyres. To be fair though, looking at those tyres at the minute, under 7 minutes left. Will not be surprised. Oh, Stephen. Oh, Stephen's done 3 laps on the hard tyres, so that's going to be compromising so much here. He'll be hoping that Brennan's or Steele can try and steal 10th place here from Stephen to try and get some fresher tyres as much as possible here. Brennan's is on the fastest lap at the minute. He might do a 140, 140.2. That was a pure guess there. Brennan's still 140.2, which means which means O'Stephen has dropped down to 11th, which means he is very lucky to get the fresher tyres wear as much as possible. If you like what you've seen so far, guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to the Invictus Racing League channel for all the live races. Not only we do the equal leagues on the Wednesday nights, we also do the No Assist League on the Monday nights with the greatest commentary of them all from Sab and with Gareth, aka Captain Stiff. You got myself and Tim for the Performance League on the Tuesday nights, and also, like I said, I do the F3 League, but Tim does the F1 League, and Energy Dan does the F2 League. But also, don't forget, we've got the Gran Turismo Leagues on the Thursday nights. But also, we've got the podcast as well for the Invictus Racing League. So make sure you tune in and watch that. But also, check out our website. Check out all the social media stuff on Facebook, Twitter, everything like that. Make sure you're up to date with all the latest news of Invictus Racing Leagues. Make sure you're up to date with that. So who's doing the next lap? So Steele's on the medium tire at the minute, so 141.4, still not good enough. 5 minutes left, under 5 minutes left of the qualifying. Can we see any more shocks along the way here? We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here so far on this frantic qualifying for the F3 League. But like I said, the standings as we speak, Frozy standings in first with 72 points. O'Stephen is in second with 68 points. Mike is in third with 62 points. Sab is in fourth with 55 points. F1 Richard is in 5 with 54 points. Brennos is in 6 with 47 points. Luke Bailey is in 7 with 38 points. BW Clyde is in 8 with 33 points. Craig is in 9 with 31 points. And Nitrogas is in the top 10 for 28 points. And the rest of the guys are under 28 points as we speak now. But can Agent Steele try and improve his time here? Needs something. He's done a 39.8, a 1 minute 39.8. That's still a cracker of a time there. Yellow flag sectors 1 and 2. So something must happen there. Luke Bailey 6/10 quicker. So at the moment here, he could do a 138.6. No, 138.8. Sorry, apologies. 138.8, which could get him to pole position here. Yellow flag sector 3. Just behind Luke Bailey, so someone must have made a massive mistake there, or they might have just slowed down to try and give enough room there. But Luke Bailey could have a chance here to make the move. Oh, he makes the pole! He makes the pole position here. Oh, madness stuff here. Brilliant stuff there from Luke Bailey. 138 flat from him. Fantastic stuff there. Yellow flags on sector 2 now. Adrian Steele? No, he's not doing his lap in. So Spud is going to do his lap in now. 3 drivers are on the out laps at the minute. 4 drivers, I do apologise. So Spud passing turn 13. Oh my God, that was near the wall there. Oh, who's that? That was the Toro Rosso. That was the Toro Rosso. That might be Steele. So 1.1 seconds. Oh my days. A 138.8, 138.9 as possibility for Spud. Oh, Ferochistan! Ferochistan. Brilliant, brilliant qualifying there for 137.3. Fantastic stuff there. Good evening to Sab. How you doing, mate? You're right. He says, I've thrown away any chance of challenging now. Singapore is as bad as Monaco for me. I need to hope a lot of DNS as a result for tonight. You never know. You never know what's going to happen next year, Sab. What? Oh, Spud's moved on to second place with a 137.5. So the times are coming in now. The times are massively coming in now. Is anyone trying to do their best laps here? Oh, Steven's a little bit quicker on his time. A little bit quicker. Sab, like I said, you never know what's going to happen next because Singapore's one of those tracks where people could make mistakes hitting the wall and they hit the wings like a silly bang moment there. You just never know what to expect tonight. Yellow flag set to 2 again and 3. Some madness stuff here. 1 minute 40 left. 1 minute 40 left of this brilliant qualifying of the F3 League for the Invictus Racing League. The Equal League. Madness stuff here. So seeing what Steven could do. Can he try and improve 7 tenths? He's about 8 tenths quicker. So at the minute it's 140.1. A 140.1 as it stands here. But you just never know what's going to happen next here, ladies and gentlemen. You just never know what's going to happen next. Still yellow flags set as 1, 2 and 3 as well. So madness stuff here. Absolutely madness stuff here. Coming to the 1 minute mark here. Can Steven trying to improve his time here now? Can he try and improve his time? He's coming up to the final few corners now. And he makes a 6th place with a 139.3. A 139.3. Can anyone try to improve their times here? Mike's it going to be improved? You could try and get as much as possible here. But also with the streams now. It's the final countdown. Let's see what's going to happen next here with the 30-second countdown. Time is up. Time is up. They have stopped the fans of the Crystal Maze, but I tell you what, they have stopped the qualifying of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Luke Bailey has gone into the pits and still be staying in 3rd place. Or anyone can try to improve their times. Nigel Gash moved up to 4th place here. Oh, who's that? Synchronously? No, Brennan's moves on to 6th place. Brennan's moves on to 6th place. Oh, Steven could be getting even quicker here. Could be getting even quicker. So at the moment, Ferochistan is in 1st place. So Spud is in 2nd place. Luke Bailey is in 3rd. Nigel Gash is in 4th. Synchronos in 5th. Brennan 6th. Nice Niels is in 7th. Oh, Steven, can he try to make the move? Oh, he moves on to 6th place. He moves on to 6th place. Mike is gone quicker, but he's done in 10th place. So Craig did a 139.8, but he's going back into the pits now. Can Peter McClure try to improve his lap here? Can he try to improve? Oh, no! 138.1. Oh, 1 minute 38.1. So Craig's retired from the session. Peter McClure has finished there, but Nigel Gash will have to go back into the pits as quickly as possible here. But what a qualifying there. Ferochistan, the Drivers' Championship leader, by 4 points of O'Steven. This will be a massive opportunity here for Ferochistan. Considering there's only 2 more races after this, so we're on race 10. I can't believe it. 3 races, this one, Canada and Germany, of the whole calendar, shall we say. So madness stuff here, and I can't wait for this because you just don't know what to expect. Can Ferochistan get his illustrious championship title after all many seasons that he has missed out on by so many points? Or could Stephen or Mike or Sab at any point try and stop that opportunity there? So at the moment here, the maximum points that you could get is 15 points. So 45 points left. So at the moment here, anyone between first and 10th, because it's like 44-point gap on that one. Here are your short qualifying for the Singapore Grand Prix for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. You've got Frosh Stan in first. You've got Sir Spud, Sir Knightlyhood of Sir Spud in second place. You've got Luke Bailey in third. Nigel Gash in fourth. Synchronously in fifth. Stephen is in sixth. Brennons is in seventh. Nice Niels is in eighth. Steele is in ninth. Mike is in 10th. Craig is in 11th, the original Flying Scotsman. Peter McClyde, the Flying Scotsman, in 12th place. And Sab is the only one who has not had a time at all during the qualifying. So yeah, we're just waiting for the guys to get themselves prepped up and ready to go for this. It feels so long on the Singapore track, but we still hopefully try and see what action is going to be coming on as well. But also, while we're waiting for the guys to get themselves prepped up and ready to go, as I said earlier on in the qualifying, not only the Invictus Racing Leagues are on live and exclusive. We're watching for the F3 League, but we've also got the No Assist League on Monday nights with the legendary, the greatest commentary of them all, of Captain Stiff, aka Gareth and Sab. Also, the brilliant commentary team. You need to watch the No Assist League as well on the Monday nights. But myself and Tim on the Tuesday nights for the Performance Leagues. So that means it's the performance type cars where Mercedes are the quicker car and Williams are the slowest cars. Whereas Wednesday nights is the equal league. So all cars are equal. It just depends on what setup and the driver standings as we speak here. But also we've got Tim who does the F1 league tonight, Energy Dan for the F2 and myself for the F3 league. But also we've got Captain Steve and Sab who do the brilliant podcast on the Thursday nights, so make sure you tune in for that, for also talking about the F1 in general, and also talk about the leagues as well during that podcast. So make sure you tune in, guys. Brilliant to listen to, guys. Brilliant to listen to. But also, not only we do the F1 leagues as well, we do the Gran Turismo leagues on the Thursday nights as well. But also, we do the like I said, Gran Turismo on the Thursday nights. But also we've also got all the social media stuff on Facebook and Twitter and obviously YouTube as well. Make sure you subscribe to all of them, guys, for all the latest updates of the last up-to-date stuff of Invictus Racing Leagues for all drivers of all leagues as we speak. Pardon me. Apologies for that. Like I said, Frosh Stan is in first place in the medium tyre. You've got Sir Spud in second place. You've got Luke Bailey in third. You've got Nigel Gash in fourth. Synchronously in fifth. Stephen is in sixth. Brennons is in seventh. Nice Niels is in eighth, but he will struggle with the soft tyres. I will say that now. He will struggle with the soft tyres. And I've seen it before, and I saw it yesterday with Nigel Gash. They've got to be careful of the tyre, the temperatures as well, because if they're overheating the tyres, they will lose out so much, and they will lose so much of that wing as well. So they've got to be careful with that. Steele is in 9th with the medium tyres. Mike is in 10th with the hard tyres. Now, this is quite interesting stuff here. Craig in 11th on the hard tyres. Peter McClyde on the hard tyres as well. And Sab in 13th place with the hard tyres as well. So the bottom half of the grid, outside the top 10, they've all gone for the the safest bet, which is the hard tyres. Now, I would have gone for that, to be fair, because they should last, fresh hard tyres should last about 29 laps. They should last about 29 laps throughout the stint. But the best pit strategy is definitely a one-stop strategy of medium hards or hard mediums. But if you're in the softs, as what Nice Deals does, you could do soft hards, but you could do two-stop, which is soft, medium, medium as the best ones. Or they could do medium, medium, soft if for some of the drivers, if they've got like wing damage during that stint along the way. But as you can see, guys, they all try and line up on the grid here, all set and ready to go for the for race 10 at the glorious race of Singapore. They all try and set themselves up and ready to go here. We're going to be 1 lights, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights. We are go. Slow start there from Suspund there. Slow start there from Suspund. So Suspund drops down from second to third. Now he moves to... Oh! Madness stuff there. There's quite a few drivers drop down there. Synchronicity drops down to 4th. Craig, Peter Kyle drops down to 11th and 12th respectively now. Mike's got back up to 10th place now. Oh, this could be a belter. For us. Trying to pull away from Luke Bailey here. Still watching this battle here between Synchronicity and Brennan's here. The two Hasses on Brennan's and Nitrogash in 5th and 6th respectively here. Oh my god, who was that? That was one of the debris there. One of the front wing damages there. So one of the cars. Oh my god, what's happened there? So Billy McLeod has lost a bit of his front wing, which by the looks of things. Someone's lost a bit of his front wing as well. Oh, that was from the Toro Rosso of Steele on the left-hand side there, so he'll lose so much time there. As you can see from his point of view here, as you can see on the left-hand side there, he's lost a bit of his the front wing damage there. Absolutely madness stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely madness stuff. Froshtow's pulling away from Luke Bailey now for 1.1 seconds now. Madness stuff here. Nigel's trying pressure on his teammate here, on Brennan's, for 5th place here. Can we see team orders here, or will we see a fight, battle on the track here for position here? At the moment here, Brennan's is in 6th place, so he's in 47. Steele has DNF'd. Steele has a DNF. Out of the race here. First stand past the race for 144.3. Will we see a safety car coming up soon? Luke Bailey. Oh my god, that was a close one there from first stand. But Synchronicity, oh my days, Nitrogash is trying to pull away, trying to close in on Brennan's now for Nice Niels. Has dropped down from 8th to 11th now. Peter McCoy's pitted now because of his front wing damage there. Oh, this is like a madness train here from Synchronicity. I thought Brennan was going to try to make the move there, but he doesn't. He tries to do everything possible here, as much as possible. Oh, Brennan's has made a little bit of a mistake. I thought he made a mistake there, which brought Nitrogash into play here. So the two teammates try not to make sure they try and balance out too much here, because obviously they've got to think about the constructors as well as obviously themselves for the drivers' positions here, and also for the contracts as well. You just never know what's going to happen next. Yellow flag set to 2. Yellow flag set to 2. I'm not sure what's happened there, but O'Stephen moves up to 7th place. O'Stephen moves up to 7th place here, and he's trying closing on the guys here on the top, 4th, 5th and 6th here. So something must have happened there, but Nitrogash still watching it from his point of view here. Brennan's is really on fire to try and close in on Synchronicity for 4th place here. Until I get the standings from the gaps from Mike, Craig, Sab and Nice Deals, I won't know until I have a look quickly once they cross on the line here, because I have to wait and see. Ferocious's got the fast lap race again with a 142.4. A 142.4. Great move there. Steele has left the session. Can Brennan's trying to close in Synchronicity again on that DRS straight here. Needs to try and do something here, because Nitrogash was doing exactly the same thing yesterday in the Performance League and against Scopefielder in the Toro Rosso there. But so Synchronicity is trying to break the slipstream by the looks of things, but there's no DRS on Brennan's. There's no DRS on Brennan, so he must have stopped it as soon as I picked on him there. Craig's closing in on Mike now, so I might have to switch over to him as quickly as possible here. But we've got another 3-car battle here for Mike, Craig and Sab, as well as these battles here for the top half here. Still watching it from this point of view. This is a brilliant battle here at the Singapore Grand Prix for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. We're only on lap 3 of 31, passing turn 13 now. Can we see Brown's try and battle it out here for synchronously? I know I will try and get different battles here going on. Nice Niels pits early, way early now. Oh, Brennan's thought he might try to make the move there, but he doesn't. Oh my days, I want to try and move up to Craig here, but there's a 4-car battle here for fourth place here. This is absolutely madness stuff here. First down Luke Bailey, so 2.1 second gap now. Madness stuff there, 2.3 now, apologise. But Susput's holding on for third here. Enjoying while these four are having a ding-dong battle here for fourth place here. So he's just taking it with ease there. As you can see at the far end there, Susput's just about to turn 1 there. But brilliant stuff here, absolutely brilliant battle here. Whatever happens here, Craig makes the move! Craig makes the move, the original Flying Scotsman makes the move against Mike. Mike's trying to go for the outside there. Oh! Sab caught the back of Mike there in 9th place. He hasn't lost previous front wheel, so that he's still hoping to try and close in on this battle here between Mike and Craig here. But Craig's trying to pull away here as much as possible here. So still going back into 4th place here. Can we see any more shocks along the way on here? But if you're watching it, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you like and subscribe to the Invictus Racing League channel for all the live races. Billy McClark's got the fast lap of the race, so well done to him. Colin J says, I could barely see the race because of my eye, but still enjoying it. I hope you enjoy it, mate, and chillax, mate, because this is going to be one hell of a race here tonight. Sab's closing on Mike now for 9th place. But like I said, Brennan's Nitro Gas, so Steve, I'm still keeping up with this battle here. Brennan's could have a chance here on synchronously at this moment here in time, because this is a four-car battle here for whoever happens here, because the more battles they have, the more tyre wear they will lose so much. So they've got to be careful here, whatever happens here tonight. But like I said, Brennan's is really closing in now. Brennan's is really closing in on synchronously by 3/10 here. So this could be an opportunity here of a lifetime here for Brennan's to make the move here. But O'Steven just caught the wall there, so you lose a bit of time there. Oh, Brennan's trying to make the move! Oh, what a move! What a move there from Brennan's! Brilliant stuff! Nitro Gas makes the move as well! 2 Hasses are better than 1! Oh no, Nitro Gas has lost the position now to synchronously. They're still going side by side, 2 in the beds. Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant. Fantastic stuff there from Nitro Gas and from Brennan's there, the 2 Haas drivers there. So now Brennan's could pull away now from this battle here. Synchronously will be thinking, what do I need to do to get back into 4th place here? Saab drops down to 10th. Mike moves back himself up to 9th. So I might watch that battle there between, oh my days, I don't know what happened there from Sab and Mike here. So I'm just going to go back into Sab and synchronously. Just watching Sab at the minute now. Can he try and make the move here? He was speaking just earlier. He says he's not feeling confident with Singapore at the moment here. Just feels like the same as Monaco. But he hopes for if there's a lot of DNF, so he's got 1 DNF, but that's not the one that he was after. He was hoping to get more from ahead of the group to try and catch up and try and get some more decent points in at Singapore. Because don't get me wrong, Singapore is one of those tracks where you have to be absolutely concentrated. Same with Monaco, same with like all other sorts of tracks here. But now there's a bit of a gap between some of the drivers here now. So at the moment here, the closest battle we've got is O'Steven and synchronously now for 6th place here. Absolutely madness stuff here. We're on lap 6:31. Cano Stephen. We'll have a look at the leaderboard. The fastest lap was a 1:42.3 by Peter McLeod. Position changes. Brennons, Craig and Sab are the biggest movers of the race, so they will automatically go into my driver of the day. Commentators viewing, should we say. So at the moment here, there's quite a bit of a gap between each driver here tonight. Let's hope that there's hopefully there'll be some more battles going on along the way here, but Synchronicity could have a chance here against Nigel Gash here for under a second here. Just have to wait and see what happens next. But like I said, what can Synchronicity do at this point in time? He's just lost a bit of his back end there, so he lost a few tenths there, left, right and centre. But at the moment it's stable at the minute, they're stable as we speak. But Luke Bailey could be having a good opportunity here to get a podium here for the first time since Monaco. That was from race 2. So about 8 races ago. Madness stuff there from Luke Bailey, who had a great start of the Drivers' Championship for the F3 League, and then all of a sudden he dropped himself down to a few 8s and then DNFs, and then a 6th place. That was his highest since the podium at the time from the last few races. But he did not start last week at Bahrain, but also he had a 0 at the Chinese Grand Prix. But we got Sab, who's going to the pits now. So he must have made a mistake, or he must have just tried and get fresh tyres in now. So it's way too early for the hard tyres to come in, so it must be a wing damage change. So at the moment Sab is on the medium tyres, so I would not be surprised if the medium tyres should last, fresh mediums should last about up to 17-18 laps. So he could go up to lap 24, and then he could get the soft tyres to last the fastest lap of the race. Who knows? We're on lap 7:31 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Stevens made a mistake! Has he lost a bit of his front wing as well? No, he's still in contact, which means Craig's moved up to 7th now. So that means Craig's automatically in the driver of the day, in my point of view, for the biggest movers, shall we say. So brilliant stuff there from Craig there to get into 7th place. So he'll try and battle it out there, but I'm not sure what happened with Steve. He must have just lost the braking point there. It looked like it. At first I thought that he lost a bit of his front wing, but from Stevens' car, but it doesn't, luckily enough. So at the moment here, Craig closing on Synchronicity for 6th place here. Craig, after like I said, his last win was at Australia. His last podium was at Bahrain last week. So Craig could get another podium as we speak. But at the moment he's been on fire here with the hard tyres, so he could go the hard tyres to the last two over 20 laps. He can try and capitalise on it. But the medium tyres, the medium drivers at the minute here, who are already started on there shouldn't be. Oh, Synchronicity's made a mistake! Synchronicity's made a mistake at one of the corners there. So I will not be surprised if he's lost his front wing. So he's lost 3 positions already. So I would not be surprised if he goes on the hard tyres now. If I was him, I would change to go on the hard tyres to last the whole race. He's got no choice. If he wants to try and get some decent points in, he'll need to he'll need to get into the pits for the hard tyres as quickly as possible here. But at the moment here, Nigel Gash is the only closest battle we've got by 2 seconds off to his teammate here. But like I said, Brennos and Nigel Gash trying to do everything possible here to try and close in on the top 3. Brennon's. So Brennon's last podium was at Monaco. So that will be a yeah, that will be a brilliant stuff there. Luke Bailey pits. Luke Bailey's pitted already. That is way too early. Unless he's going for the hard tyres and trying to do the undercut, which I would not be surprised. I will not be surprised if that happens there. But he's got to be careful here, because someone tried to do that yesterday in the Performance League and it didn't work out well. So they've got to be careful with that as much as possible there. Yeah, but yeah, just see what happens here tonight. The race, trying to do everything they can on this. Froshistan in first place. Luke Bailey, who's in second place, drops down into 8th place after his pit stop. Sab's got the fastest lap of the race now for 1:41.2. So at the moment he's got the fastest lap point. The only fastest lap points that you get is if you're in the top 10. If you're not in the top 10 and you get the fastest lap, that will not be counted. That will not be counted in the F1 rules as we speak. But Nigel Gash could be on for another podium here, if depending on how Spud and Brennan's does on their stint here. So at the moment they're doing a stellar of a job here to try and hold on. But Froshistan is in a league of his own here with an 8.8 second gap between himself and Spud. So if anything could happen, Froshistan could come out. Let me have a look at the leaderboard. So at the moment he could come out at 5th place as it stands here. So Spud's got a 5-second penalty for speeding the pit lane. So that means, Spud has got a 5-second penalty. Madness stuff. He did not want that at all, Spud. So that could be at the end of the race if he goes hard all the way to the end. He's trying to stop what Luke Bailey's trying to do. So I'm going to see where Luke Bailey is now. Where's Spud? He's still in the pits. Luke Bailey's overtook him now. So Luke Bailey's done the undercut now. Luke Bailey's done the undercut now of Spud now. So that's a belter of a lap there from Luke Bailey there. But bear in mind though, Spud's got a fresh tyre wear now. Well, one lap, shall we say. Sab is coming up closer to Beadwick Clyde now. Sab's on the freshest medium tyres. With 3 laps already, but 5 laps fresher than Beadwick Clyde's in 8 laps already. I believe Beadwick Clyde already pitted earlier on. So just quickly checking quickly. Oh! Sab makes the move! They're going side by side with the 2 in the bed. Oh, what a move! What a move there from Sab. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant stuff there. And Sab's pulling away. Sab is pulling away there from 10th to 9th there. On the fresh medium tyres, they all count there. Fantastic stuff there from Sab. From taking over there from Beadwick Clyde from 10th place at this moment in time. Mike is in 6th place at the minute. Craig moves up to 4th. After some of the drivers' pit stops, same with O'Stephen 5th. O'Stephen should have been 4th to be fair, but he made a mistake at the unlucky turn of turn 13. Lap 11:31 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. O'Stephen pits. O'Stephen has pitted. The medium tyre guys are pitting way too early. They're pitting way too early. Even like at the halfway predictions that I'm expecting back from the tyre wear. So something doesn't feel right here for the tyre wear as much as possible here. But whatever happens here tonight, this will be a belter. So the 2 Haas drivers are in the podium stuff here tonight. So that's a brilliant job here from the 2 stellar jobs from the Haas team of Brennan's and Nigel Gash. But Nigel Gash could try and close in on his teammate here for 2nd place here, but I'm going to go through some of the drivers here tonight. So Froshistan, Drivers' Championship leader, and could extend his Drivers' Championship points here by so many, depending on where O'Stephen finishes. O'Stephen's dropped down to 10th after that pit stop, so depends on where everyone else is pitting. We'll have to wait and see what happens here tonight. But Froshistan could do well here and extend his Drivers' Championship. He really thoroughly wants to win this Drivers' Championship as quickly as possible here. Brennan's is in 2nd place here, doing a stellar job again. I know I keep saying this, but Brennan's Nigel has just turned on the fire here as well, but we'll go through him in a minute. But Brennan's could be in for his second podium of the season. He's going to the pits. He's going to the pits, but where's Nigel Gash? Nigel Gash he's going to have to go do another lap here because Brennan's is going to be in the pits. It would have been a stacked job here if Nigel Gash went in, but Brennan's is in. Could be on for his first ever podium second podium since Monaco on race 2. So he's doing could be on for that, depending on what he's going to be next up. Nigel Gash, as again, he was on fire to win his first ever race for a very long time for the F3 League. But to be fair though, he's doing a stellar of a job as well into the podium stuff here. Could he get his second podium in a row for the first time ever in F3? We'll have to wait and see if he can try and do that, but he's going to have to watch out for the likes of Craig, Mike and Bailey and Spud and even his teammate Brennan's for there as well. But also bear in mind though, between Nigel Gash and Ferocious is 18 seconds, so 18 seconds. So Ferocious could get a free pit stop here. He could get a free pit stop out of nowhere if he pulls away as much as possible here. Craig, the original Flying Scotsman, started off in 11th place, and Mike started off in 10th place as well. But like I said, Craig's done a brilliant job here to move up to third. For Stan, he's in the pits now. So the original Flying Scotsman, is just trying to do his job on the track here tonight, and he could have his next podium again tonight here, second podium in a row as we speak. But for Stan, Nigel Gash pits. Nigel Gash pitted. So where's Stan? Where? Craig's moved up to first. Craig has moved up to first now. So he's the new leader of the race here tonight. But bear in mind though, it's 3.2 second gap between himself and Ferocious Stan. So Ferocious Stan would get ahead of Craig because Craig will have to pit at near the some point near the end of the race here. But yeah, Mike as well. Mike, a civilian legend. He was not feeling too good there. Yellow flag set to 3. Yellow flag set to 3. So something must happen there. Who's had the... Oh, who's that? Synchronously's made a mistake. Synchronously's made a mistake. So he's dropped down to 12th now. Mike is doing a brilliant job here to get into third place here. Synchronously's retired from the session. So, DNF. So 2 drivers, Steele and Synchronously, are both out of the race tonight. So that means 11 drivers remaining. 11 drivers remaining of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Peter McLeod is in the pits for the hard tyres, so he'll have to go all the way to the end now. He's got no choice. He has to go all the way to the end and hope Nice Niels makes a mistake on the medium tyres as much as possible here. Luke Bailey's on the fresher hard tyres here, closing in on Mike, who's on the older hard tyres. Luke Bailey could get a podium here tonight if he gets a good run in here. Like I said, Luke Bailey's his last ever podium was Monaco, but his last win was at Monaco as well. So, but he had, like I said earlier, he had a great running to start off with, but then he died down during the season. So hopefully that will compromise, hopefully to build up for next season. Mike's just letting try and get away from the slipstream of Luke Bailey. But Luke Bailey already had the DRS on as well. This is now trying to go back into third place now. So here will guarantee a podium stuff here tonight as we speak. But commentators' curse could happen. Commentators' curse could happen here. Let me have a look at the stops. So Mike and Craig are the only ones who have not done a stop yet. They're the only 2 drivers who have not done a stop yet. We're on lap 14:31 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be a belter, absolute belter of a race here. Ferocious Stan is trying to close in on Craig now for first place here. But yeah, madness stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely madness stuff here between Ferocious Stan and Craig now. So Ferocious could overtake Craig here in the next few laps, or possibly in the next few corners by the looks of things, because he was 3.3 seconds of a gap there, and now Craig's struggling with those hard tyres now. It, to me, looks like the hard tyres are doing like another quarter of the tyre wear of what I'm expecting back. Some of the drivers already pitted, like I said, 18 laps on the medium tyres, but they're pitted on lap 9-10. So to me, it looks like the track is not suiting for the hard, for the temperatures as quick, well, as everlasting long-lasting tyre wear. To my predictions, shall we say? But let's hope we see some more action going on along the way here. The hard tyres, 14 laps of Craig and and Mike here on there. But watching it from Ferocious point of view, he has to make the move here on the DRS straight here. Ferocious makes the move. Try and be respectful on track here. Sab, he's got a 3-second time penalty on multiple warnings. Craig's holding on. Oh no! Ferocious made a mistake. Ferocious has made a mistake on the same course what happened with Peter McLeod and synchronously earlier on. Oh, he's lost his front wing. He's lost a bit of his front wing, so that will damage him completely now. Oh my days. Oh my days, Ferocious, who was 18 seconds ahead when Nitrogash was there. Now, if Craig can try and get a massive gap now, if he can try and get a massive gap between himself and Ferocious, this will be an absolute belter. Mike's struggling with those tyres. So I believe he just lets the spud through. I think he's just saying, I'm not fighting you, mate. I'm not fighting you at all. So he's trying everything he can. Mike's doing a grand old job here to try and get into the top 5 after he started right at the back here. Oh well, started at 10th place as well, but it feels like we're at the back as well. But like I said, Luke Bailey could close in on Ferocious now. So we'll not be surprised if Craig pits. No! So Ferocious. So Luke Bailey going into 2nd place now. So Luke Bailey could... That was a bit of a jump there from one of the cars there I've just seen on screen. But, like I said, Suspon moves into 3rd. Mike moves into 4th now. Ferocious will be absolutely livid now. On my days, they're not got ready with the tyre wear. They're not got ready with the tyre wear. What is McLaren team doing? So Ferocious, who's on fire to get his best ever extend his Drivers' Championship lead, has now lost, well, he hasn't lost that much because, look, Stephen, who's on ahead of him at the minute on the grid here, could have an opportunity here to try and get some decent points here, Stephen, but he's got to be on the charge from, watch out on the charge from Ferocious. If Stephen gets ahead of Ferocious during the stint here, this will be a massive boost for Stephen to close in, and also Mike as well. If it stands like this, Mike will be on 8 points, so they'll be on 70 points as we speak. Ferocious will be on 2 points, so that'll be 74 points. So that will be a 4-point gap if it stays like this. But at the moment, we're only just gone over the halfway marker, so it could be more action-packed along the way here. But can Nitrogash try and close in on Sab now on the medium tyres now? Nitrogash on the hard tyres and go all the way to the end now. Craig, who started off near the back of the grid, is in 1st place here. Luke Bailey is in 2nd place. So Spud, the 2 Renaults on in the top 3. So brilliant drive there. Good evening to Synchronously. How you doing, mate? He says, had a terrible setup since start, couldn't control the car, made me crash. I pit and then crash again. How wonderful. I know, mate. It's just the setups, mate. As long as you get that style right, you'll be fine and stuff. But hopefully you'll bounce back next week, mate. I'm hoping you'll bounce back as quickly as possible, whatever happens here tonight. But Nitrogash is in 7th place, trying to close in on Sab now for 6th place. So at the moment here, as things stand, can Nitrogash opportunity now? Sab, oh, side by side, 2 in a bit. Oh, Nigel Gash is in 6th place now, made the move there. He makes the move there into 6th place, pardon me. Moves up to 6th place now. Sab is in 7th place now. So, the medium tyres is going to kick off at any point in time. So, sorry about that, guys. Got a bit of a throat problem. Right, Frosh Stand trying to close it down. It was Stephen now for 8th place now. So Frosh Stand's on fire at the minute here. Trying to close it down with Stephen now. Oh, Stephen needs to hold on here. He needs to hold on to this battle here as much as possible to stand any damage limitations on Frosh Stand's Drivers' Championship battle contender here. Oh, Stephen made the mistake. Is he going to the outside? Oh my days. If Frosh Stand made the move here, go through the under the grandstand part there. Still watching it from Frosh Stand's point of view here. Oh, Stephen's trying to defend for all his might. He's struggling with those hard tyres now for 6 laps of it. Trying to be defending as much as possible here, but Stephen will be a sitting duck here. Frosh Stand could take 8th place here. Try and make the move here. He does make the move. Frosh Stand moves to 8th place there. What a move there from Frosh Stand. So he'll pull away now from Stephen now into from 9th place here. Madness stuff here. Frosh Stand. Nice deals to score 3-second time penalty on multiple warnings. He didn't want that. He did not want that at all, guys. He did not want that at all. So, what do you think so far, guys? Who do you think is going to happen? Do you think Craig will hold on? Do you think Craig will get the podium with joining with Spud, or do you think there'll be a close call between Brennans and Nigel Gash along the way here? But like I said here, Mike would have to pit. Let me have a look at the intervals as well. So at the moment here, Mike will have to be at, say, 20 seconds, so he'll drop himself back down to 9th, 10th as it stands. With Craig, he could be lucky and try and get into 5th place, between 5th and 6th. Oh, Craig's pitted. Craig has pitted. Craig has pitted now. So Luke Bailey could be on his first ever win since Monaco. This will be a brilliant stuff here from Luke Bailey. And so Spud, I'd like to know where Craig's coming out. So Craig's coming out of the pits now. Where's Nigel Gash? Oh, Nigel Gash has gone ahead of Craig here. So Frosh Stand's got the fast lap of the race with a 140.8. A 140.8. So Frosh Stand trying to do everything possible here. If Nigel Gash wants to get another podium, he needs to beat his teammate here on 3rd place here. If he wants to stand any chance here, whatever happens here tonight. But like I said, so Spud had a shocker of a season until last week when he won the Bahrain Grand Prix. He really needed that, to be fair. And he could get his 2nd podium in a row. Not 2nd win, but 2nd podium in a row, unless he's trying to close the gap on Luke Bailey now. But bear in mind though, he needs to look at his ERS mode as much as possible here. Brennan's just doing a brilliant job here to get into 3rd. But I would watch out for is Craig now. He's on the medium tyres, so he could challenge Nigel Gash in the next few laps here as we speak. We're on lap 9:31 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Not only we are live and exclusive, guys, we've got the No Assist Leagues on the Monday nights with the greatest commentary of them all, Captain Stiff, aka Gareth and Sab, who's racing at the moment here in 9th place. They do a brilliant commentary on the No Assist League on Monday nights. You've got myself and Tim for the Performance League on the Tuesday nights, and also Tim, who does the F1 League, the Equal Leagues on the Wednesday nights, and Energy Dan on the F2 Leagues on the Wednesday nights as well, and myself as well. Frosh Stand's got an even quicker lap now with a 140.4, so he's trying to be on charge here against Craig here, coming up soon. But Craig, hopefully his tyre wear will kick off as soon as possible here whatever happens here. But also, don't forget, podcast is always on the Thursday nights with Captain Stiff and Sab for all the latest their talks about the F1 of the real life F1 and Invictus Racing League in that podcast. Brilliant podcast as always. Also, we've got the Gran Turismo leagues on the Thursday nights as well, and also it's just madness stuff here at the fantastic stuff here. But also we've got the social media side of it. We've got Twitter, we've got Facebook, we've got Instagram. I forgot to mention earlier, we've got Instagram as well, so make sure you follow those social media stuff, guys, for all the latest updates of the leagues and all the live streams to watch them there as well. And also check out the website as well, invictusracingleague.com, to join in. If you're interested in the league stuff, we'll be happy to know. Seeing all the battles here going on left, right and centre here. Can Sab try closing on Mike now? So the two drivers who are on fresher medium tyres now, equal medium tyres here. So I'm going to go back to them to watch this battle here going on left, right and centre here. Can Sab try and close in on Mike now for 8th place on lap 21.31? Can we see any more shocks along the way? Well, Ferocious Dan could have won the race here had he not made that mistake at turn, I think that might be turn 5, I think, or 6, or whatever turn it was. But it was the one where synchronously Peter McLeod had made massive mistakes along the way there. So yeah, what can Sab do here? Try closing on Mike now for 8th place here. Can he try and make the move here, or he's trying to do everything he can? No, he's just trying to bide his time here, Sab. Sab's trying everything he can to try and get some decent points in for the Drivers' Championship as well. At the moment, he's in 4th place in the Drivers' Championship with 55 points. So at the moment, as things stand, he will get 57. So he'll get 2 points extra, but still, it's going to be a tough ask at the moment here. If he wants to win his first ever world title, he'll need to try and get some really good wins in the next few laps and hope for us to make massive mistakes here tonight. But Sab's really on fire to try and close in on Mike now, so I'm going to watch it from his point of view now. Coming up to right under the bridge section, turn 13 now. Then Mike's really struggling with, oh my days! Mike struggling with that medium tyre there. Has he lost a bit of his front wing? No, he hasn't. He hasn't lost a bit of his front wing on my view in there. But Mike looked like he was saying to Sab, look, I'm not going to fight you, mate. I'm trying my hardest to try and keep the car intact here. And he is trying everything he can, Mike, to try and hold on to that car to bring the points on for the Mercedes boys here. But like I said, this will be a belter. I did say earlier on, Nigel Gash is 1.5 second gap between Sab and Reynolds now, but Craig's on fire here to try and close in on Nigel Gash now, so I'm going to watch it from his point of view now. So what can Craig do here now? The original flying Scotsman trying to do everything he can on 5th place here, trying to close in on Nigel Gash, who's in 4th place at the moment here on the slower tyre. From Craig's on a little bit of a quicker tyre of the medium tyres. We've got 8 laps remaining. We're on lap 22. Oh, sorry, 9 laps remaining. Sorry, I do apologise. 9 laps remaining of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Can we see Craig try and take the overtake, try and do the overtake on Nigel Gash here for 4th place here? But bear in mind though, Nigel Gash needs to try and close in now as quickly as possible to Brennan's here, because this is going to be a close battle here coming up soon. But at the moment, Craig, as things stand, will have the DRS straight. But if these two are having a ding-dong battle, he's just having a quick look there, Craig there. Crush Stan will be joining the party here to try and have could be a 2 in a bed / 3 in a bed situation here as things stand here. But Nigel Gash in 4th place might lose the position here into 5th if Craig gets a good exit here, which he does here now. Nigel Gash is already defensive here. Craig's made the move! Oh, wheel banging there. There's a bit of wheel banging there, but I was going to say, I thought it looked like Froststand trying to close in on Nojagash there from that wheel banging moment there. But now Froststand could have the opportunity to make the move here against Nojagash. Oh my days, that could have been nasty stuff there, but Nojagash is defending for all his might here. He's doing everything he can. But Craig could go and have an opportunity to get a podium here tonight, as things stand. If you like what you see so far, guys, please make sure you like and subscribe. So Spud has got a 3-second penalty as well. Bear in mind though, he's got 8 seconds, 8-second gap. So at the moment here, as things stand, Nice Neil's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Nojagash is trying to be closer to Craig here, but he's struggling with those hard tires. Froststand trying to get past as quickly as possible here. So as things stand here, so Spud could be out of the podium stuff here if he doesn't be careful here. So at the moment here, he could be out of the podium. So Spud, he might drop down to 4th place. But as things stand here, Froststand is really trying to get past Nojagash as quickly as possible here, as much as possible. But Froststand will have the DRS straight now. Has Nojagash got the DRS? I don't think he has, but Nojagash has already gone defensive as quickly as possible here. But Froststand trying to get the slipstream off Nojagash. They've got to be careful with the... Oh, Nojagash got a little bit wide there, but this may be an opportunity here for Froststand to make the move here. But Nojagash is still on one of the sides there, but still doing a brilliant job, as always, there for 5th place. But he might drop down to 6th place here, and Froststand makes the move. He makes the move there to 5th place now. Craig could have a chance on the other teammate of the Haas team of Brennon's there for 3rd place. As things stand, Luke Bailey could win his first, he could win his 2nd race of the season, his first since Monaco. Earlier on, well, like first for a very long time. He hasn't been first since Monaco, so since then... Oh my days, Craig's lost a bit of his back end there. He's lost a bit of his back end, which has then brought Froststand into play here. So, as things stand here, can Craig hold on to 4th here? It looks like the tyre wear is going to kick off at any moment here. Looks like the medium should last about another 10 laps for Froststand. Another 13 for Craig here, so whatever happens here, it should be enough here tonight here. Good evening to Boris. How you doing, mate? You alright? We've got yellow flags at just 2 and 3. 2 and 3, what's happened there? Sab's out of the race! What's happened to Sab? Sab is out of the race. We're coming on 2, which is the end of the second sector here. Yellow flags there. Oh, the debris there. Oh my days, the Sab's car is out of the race. Sab's car's out of the race. Still yellow flag sectors 2 and 3. But at the moment here, Craig can make the move. No, he's trying to make the move against Brennon's here. Oh my days. Oh my days. So Spud could lose out here by... He could drop down to 5th here if it stays like this. Depending on if anyone else has got other penalties between Brennon's and Froststand and Craig as well. But as things stand here, so Spud will be out of the podium and into 5th place. But yeah, just trying to see what's happening. Yellow flag set to 3. So something must happen there. I think that might be Sir Spud. Oh, Craig! Craig! Don't you dare do this to me. Please do not do this. Froststand's trying to have a look. Oh, I was going to say, don't do this to me. Underneath the grandstands here. We got the Brennon's train here. But this is absolutely madness stuff here. Oh, this is absolutely madness stuff here. They've got to be careful with the penalty situations here. Oh my days, this is now bringing excitement here. Craig moves up to third. He's overshot it. Craig's overshot it. He's just let Brennan's through and would have to possibly let... I thought he would have carried on there after Brennan's, but he's made the move there as well. Luke Bailey's got a 3-second time penalty now. Luke Bailey's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple lines. And nice deals as well. Oh, Frostad moves up to fourth. He moves up to fourth. No, Craig back to fourth. Oh, tear of the bed. This is a brilliant race here. Absolutely brilliant stuff here. Oh, I love this helicopter view. They need to keep this most of the time here. We're on lap 26 to 31 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. We've got the 4-car battle here from Brennan's all the way down to Nitrogas now. So Nitrogas is brought into play now after these two are having a ding-dong. After these three are having a ding-dong battle here. So Ferocious Stan trying to pull away, trying to chase the gap on Craig now for fourth place here. But as things stand here, Spud could, I don't know here, I think he might just miss out on the podium. He might just miss out on the podium unless Brennan's gets into over 8 seconds here, which would then guarantee Spud into the podium stuff here tonight. But like I said, look at this 4-car battle here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this 4-car battle here between Brennan's and Nitrogas. So the two Haas cars. Oh my days, Nitrogas has gone a little bit wide there, so he'll lose a bit of his time there. But Craig's right at the back of Brennan's now. On lap 27.31 now. 4 laps remaining. Can we see any more shocks along the way here? Luke Bailey is on guaranteed to win his first race since Monaco. So Spud could miss out on the podium. Brennan's could get his first podium since Monaco as well. But he's lost a bit of his ERS. Craig could try over the inside. 2 in a bit. He moves up to third. Craig moves up to third. But does Frostam move up to fourth now? Side by side there. Oh my days, that could have been nasty stuff there. But Frostam, what a move there from Frostam. Fantastic stuff there from that corner there. Fantastic stuff there. So now it's just a fight to the death here for Craig Frostam to find out who's going to get second or third respectively here. If it stays like this at the moment here, Spud will be out, and I'll keep saying it, sorry, but that's what the situation is at the moment here. But for Stan, Nitrogas is trying to close in on his teammate now for 5th place. So Brennan's on his best ever race since his best finish at the moment here was a podium, but his last 5th place was at Belgium, which was at race 6. So 3 races ago, before tonight's race. But like I said, this is his best finish again. Not his best finish, but it'd be his good finish as well. But Nitrogas on his podium stuff last week will be on for the 6th place finish here, if it stays like this. But I like to see this battle between Craig and Ferocious Dan. So Ferocious Dan, Craig's on the he hasn't got much ERS mode, so he'll need to try and save it as much as possible here, because he'll have the charge now on Ferocious Dan in the next few laps here or so. But Nitrogas trying to close in on Brennan's now on his teammate now. Mike is on going to the pits, so he's going to go for the fastest lap of the race. Peter McLeod's 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. So Peter McLeod is going for his fastest lap, which I would assume that's what's going to happen next. But Ferocious Dan trying to close in on Craig now for 3rd place here. Absolutely madness stuff here. Absolutely madness. We've got 2 battles going on here for 3rd and 4th, and 5th and 6th respectively here. But like I said, we're on lap 28.31, which could be 29.31 in a moment or two. But like I said, if you just join, ladies and gentlemen, what a start to the race here. It's just absolutely belter of a race here. Frostan, who was in the lead, he had to drop himself right back down to near the bottom of the grid after he'd made a mistake at one of the corners there. He should have won the race from my point of view, but I just want to see what happens. But Brenno's has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So as things stand, Nigel Gash will be moving himself up to 5th place if he can try and get within his teammate as things stand here. But yeah, here we go. Can Frostan make the move? Oh, a late charge there from Frostan, but not enough there. But Craig needs to save that ERS. He needs to save that ERS because otherwise it's going to compromise him. He needs to try and save it. He needs to try and save it at some point in this race. He might have to save it through sector 3, as long as he can try and keep up the pace on the straights now. But I'm still watching it from Froststan's point of view now. But like I said, madness stuff here. Absolutely madness stuff. Oh, can Frostan try and make the move? No. No. Won't make the move yet. He won't make the move yet. But as things stand here, Nigel Gash is in 5th place now, so he has moved himself up to 5th. I think Brennan's must have, I don't know if he made a mistake here, Brennan's. We just brought Nigel Gash back into 5th. But whatever happens here, Nigel Gash will guarantee 5th. Whatever happens, even if Brennan's goes ahead, not the go-ahead bars, but he's go-ahead of the situation in the race here tonight. But can Frostan try and have an opportunity here on Craig? Craig's got the... I keep saying this every time, he needs to save that ERS as much as possible here because we're on the penultimate lap. We're on the penultimate lap of this frantic F3 race here tonight. If you like what you've seen so far, guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to the Invictus Racing League channel for all the live races tonight. And also for all the live races for the other F1 leagues and the Gran Turismo leagues, as Rob mentioned it a few times during the stream. But please check out invictusracingleague.com if you join this race and you want to join in. Come and join in for the PS4 league as well. So Frostan trying to close in on Craig now for 3rd place here. So Nice Niels will need to let the 2 drivers through at some point. It should be getting blue flagged here at any moment in time. Mike's got the fastest lap in the race now with 1:39.1, so he'll get the fastest lap point as it stands. So Nice Niels has been lapped. Yellow flag set us 2 and 3. Peter McCarthy got 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He didn't want that. He did not want that at all. Madness stuff here. Absolutely madness stuff here. We should be on the finale race. No, the finale lap, should we say. Coming up live exclusive. Yes. So Luke Bay is crossing over on the final lap of this Singapore Grand Prix. This has been it's a great start. Bit of a gap during the stints on there, but also the 3rd part of the race here has been an absolute belter here. But whatever happens here, if Frostan needs to get ahead of Craig, if he wants to stand any points, get any chances of getting some decent points in tonight, he needs to try and get some points in. Whatever happens here. But Craig looks like he's got the advantage of the straight line speed, but he might lose that on the cornering speed here. But yeah, fantastic stuff there. Well done to Luke Bailey here at the minute here. He's coming up to the old chicane part there before they took it out years ago. So he's coming up to, which is turn 13 at the moment here for these 2 drivers. Oh, I love this helicopter view. This is what you need to get. This is what you should be getting every time. But whatever happens here tonight, Frostan doing a brilliant job here to try and close in on Craig. But bear in mind though, he has missed out on the win here. Yellow flag set to 2. What has happened? It looked like, I don't know if Luke Bailey has made a mistake there. But coming up to the final few corners here now, Luke Bailey could have an opportunity here to win his first race since Monaco. What a race for Luke Bailey. Congratulations to him. He's just won the Singapore Grand Prix. Depending on where Spud finishes, Spud's got a 5-second time penalty for. So Craig moves to the second. Frostan finishes third. Nigel Cashman finishes in fourth. So Spud drops down to fifth. Brennan's finishes in sixth. O'Stephen finishes in seventh. Mike would finish in eighth as well. And Peter McLeod would finish in ninth. Nice Niels would finish in 10th. But what a race here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. What a race here. Luke Bailey on his first win since Monaco. Hopefully, I'm not saying that, I'm hoping he'll have a great ending, shall we say. He had a great start, but he's just had a little bit of a shaky middle, shall we say, middle of the season, shall we say. But he'll back up into the win now since Monaco as well. So that's still a brilliant drive from Luke Bailey. Capitalised on all ends. Craig finishes in second place as well. That is a brilliant lap there from Craig. Absolutely brilliant stuff there. So at the moment there, Mike had the fastest lap still, but Peter McLeod will finish in 9th place now. But Frostan, after, he should have won the race, to be fair, but it looked like Peter McLeod has got the fastest lap. It looked like Peter McLeod has got the fastest lap of the race, just by the skin of their teeth, shall we say. But just waiting for the standings to come up. Well done to Luke Bailey. Brilliant drive from him. Fantastic stuff there from him on the Red Bull car to give him some wings. So fantastic drive from him. He's, like I said, his second win of the season, but his first since Monaco, back in race 2 of all those races, to be fair. But well done to Craig, who started off at near the back of the grid into the podium stuff there. And well done to Frostan after that mistake into first place. And he should have won it, to be fair, and I keep saying it, he should have won it there, and then into the podium stuff to extend slowly into his Drivers' Championship up there. Here are your race classification for the Singapore Grand Prix for the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. You've got Luke Bailey in first, Craig in second, Frostan in third, Nigel Gash in fourth, Spud in fifth, Brennan's is in sixth, O'Stephen in seventh, Mike is in eighth, Peter McLeod in ninth, Nice Niels in 10th, Sab, Synchronicity and Steele are the only ones who've had a DNF during the race. And just in time for checking the penalties in case the stewards need to have a look at them. But I do feel sorry for Sir Spud, who was driving a magnificent race, but he would be happy for a top 5 finish, whatever happens here. So I will be inviting Luke Bailey and Craig. Unfortunately, Frostan will not be able to make it into the commentary box because of he hasn't got his. Unfortunately, he cannot make it tonight because of issues elsewhere. So hopefully he'll bounce back into the podium stuff as quickly as possible. So we'll be inviting Luke Bailey and Craig into the commentators box or / interview room to hear their thoughts of the race tonight, and also hear Craig's brilliant drive. To me, he did a brilliant drive tonight. Craig has, again, from out of nowhere as well. So just waiting for the guys to join into the commentators box / interview box. So hopefully they'll be set and ready to go. But if they've just joined, usual guys, please make sure you got your loud voices to be shared before we kick off. Anyway, so while the guys will get themselves prepped up and ready to go, I'll be talking to Luke Bailey and Craig. The same 3 questions as always, to try and keep it short and sweet as well. But also, I'd like to hear Luke Bailey's thoughts of his first ever win since Monaco, or I'd say second win of the season, but first since Monaco back in race 2. And Craig, again, on his brilliant drive, dominant drive from the back of the grid into the podium stuff again, to get his points up and ready to go. Guys, are you all set and ready to go?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, nice one. So I'm going to speak to Luke Bailey first, and then speak to Craig next. Luke Bailey, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, not bad, yo.
Not too bad, not too bad. Right, usual 3 questions. First one is, what is your thoughts of the race? And then I'll talk about the next 2 questions about the next one coming up soon. But tell us your thoughts of the race tonight, Luke.
Yeah, not bad. It was a bit lonely. Didn't seem to have really any battles. I only overtook one person, so it was kind of lonely for me.
But still, your first ever win since Monaco, but second win, if you know what I mean. But like your first since Monaco. But surely that's relief for you now, mate.
Yeah, it is. It's just had lots of bad luck in races, just wings and just ruining race. Because being a one-stop, if you have to do an extra pit, your race is just ruined.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's.
But yeah, Luke, like I said, I know it felt like a lonely race for you on the first end, but it felt like a massive win for you tonight after what happened during the season anyway. But as you were saying, but this should be a catalyst now for you to carry on for the remainder of the last 2 races of the season.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice one. Yeah, again, congratulations on your win of the Singapore Grand Prix. That was a brilliant drive from you, as always. 2 questions as always. Next race is at Canada. So, what is your thoughts of Canada, and what are your expectations of Canada for next week?
I like the track. It's not one I normally perform very good at, but if I put lots of practice in like I have done this week for this one, I'm hoping it should get me up there. So
fair enough. But let's see if you can try and capitalise on keeping that momentum going now into the podium stuff tonight. Oh, sorry, not tonight, but for the next few weeks. So,
yeah.
But like I said, Luke, congratulations on your win tonight, and just want to say well done, mate. Congratulations to you as well.
It did put me under a bit of pressure.
Yeah, it did. To be fair, so well, like I said, congratulations on your win tonight, Luke, and I wish you all the very best of luck for the remainder of the season, and the next 2 races, and see how it goes. All right, mate. Congratulations.
Cheers.
You can stay here if you want, or you can shoot off. It's up to you, mate. All right.
Yeah. Cheers.
Nice one. Thank you very much, Luke. Craig, the Flying Scotsman, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Oh, not too bad. Pretty surprised after that tonight. Surprised.
That's a brilliant drive from you, mate.
Again, quite similar to Australia. Got lucky with the other people getting caught up in incidents. So I didn't have to. I think 2. I managed to get 2. I think they made a mistake or something like that. So yeah, quite lucky in that regard. But quite surprised as well when I crossed the line and was promoted into second. So it was clear that Sport had penalties, and the last few races I was just trying to manage my warnings. I'd actually had 2 warnings, so just noticing the train behind me, I had to be very careful that I didn't pick up that 3rd and final warning, and that could have been a disaster. So no, quite surprised tonight.
Oh, I bet you had bucketfuls by you with all the sweat afterwards, to be fair, mate.
Dan put me under a lot of pressure at the end there. I actually thought I'd maybe clipped him the hairpin at the start of sector 2, but I think he said that he'd outbroke himself, so really just got the hammer down, just focused on getting into a rhythm, and just try to keep it clean. So that was pretty much the focus the whole race.
Fair dues, mate, fair dues. Like I said, Craig, that is one of your best performances since, obviously, from the previous races that I've seen you before. But that was just immaculate, shall we say, of getting into the podium stuff after. I know you're surprised with Spud because he did had a 5-second penalty as well as a 3-second penalty, I think, earlier on. So that was like an 8-second gap, whatever happens. But Spud said, good race, Craig. More points for the team. That's what he said, just. So, congratulations on getting second place, Craig. 2 questions for you. Last ones, as I said to Luke Bailey. Canada. What's your thoughts of Canada, and what are your expectations for next week?
Well, the weather at Canada can always throw a spanner in the works. You prepare for a dry race and then it turns out to be wet, or you have changing conditions. Certainly with no traction control, I think you're at a bit of a disadvantage coming off that hairpin before the final straight. So that's going to be key to try and set up the traction for the car to just maximise it off the line. But it's also looking at the strategy going into the start of the race at turn 1, 2 and 3. So that can get a little bit dicey, similar to Singapore as well. So I enjoy the track. It's a good old school track with very little runoff. So yeah, it should be an interesting race next week.
Fair dues, mate. Like I said, congratulations on second place, and I wish you all the very best of luck for the remainder of the season, mate. Absolute ledge on that one. So well done for tonight, mate.
Thank you.
And also, for me personally, I know I've said this, I think I've picked you for my commentator's driver of the day because of that immense battle there. So well done to Craig for tonight there. Ferocious Dan can't make tonight. Obviously, he had to sort out a few issues, so unfortunately, he can't make it into the commentator's box for the interviews. But I'm sure he would have been delighted to get a podium, but I'm sure he would have been frustrated at the same time when he made a few mistakes left, right and centre from the position that he was in to extend his Drivers' Championship. He did just extend it, but he should have had a lot more than what he expected anyway. But I'd like to thank Luke Bailey and Craig for their interview questions. I'd like to thank everyone that's in the comments box, and I'd like to thank everyone that was watching the stream for the F3 League. I'm going to shoot off now, so always remember, always remember, stay classy. See you later, guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you all next week at the glorious race of Canada. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.